here in America, alcohol it's a part of our lives. I mean, we consume it on probably overly regular basis. And when you consume an overly large amount, you tend to get a hangover. Now, if you've never had a hangover, good for you. And I feel sorry for you, because that means you've never done anything you don't really remember. That's the fun part, is the next day. There's certain memories like, oh yeah, in between headaches. So, the great thing is that food is a natural antidote to the hangover. Now, each specific alcohol has its own specific food. I mean, if you're talking about tequila, I mean, come on, it's chorizo. Beer, also chorizo. Vodka, eggs Benedict. Wine, probably brunch and a mani-pedi. Champagne, everyone pukes before they ever get to the point where you get drunk enough to have a hangover off of champagne. If you do have a hangover off of champagne, then your antidote's probably Fruity Pebbles or something, because I'm guessing you stole a bottle from your cousin's wedding and went off.
A few moments later.
Anyways, not a personal story. Never happened to me. Nope. But yeah, there's certain things that are the antidotes. Gin's another one. The antidote for gin is, who the hell cares? You've been dead for 80 years. Who drinks gin? Come on. But the last notable one on the list is whiskey. A whiskey hangover. Ooh. There's only one thing that's going to cure a whiskey hangover. That is a burger. So burger it is, huh? All right. Well, that tells you a little bit about my night. Not just any burger, it's got to be the Hangover Burger. Now, the Hangover Burger, I wish it was sitting here, but I still have to make it. That crackling sound you might hear in the background is bacon cooking, because a Hangover Burger has several elements to it. It's got to have a real good meaty burger. It better have some damn fine bacon on it. I like it crispy. If you like it chewy, cook it chewy. You have a lot of cheese. Oh, you got to have cheese. Hash browns, fried up hash brown disc on there, it's awesome. An egg, of course, because, you know, it's morning. You got to have an egg on things. The runny yolk is just, delicious in there. And you have to have a sauce. And since we're talking about whiskey, why not make a whiskey aioli? Sounds pretty good. Put that on a bun, shove it in your face, and then go take a nap. Hangover cured. All right, let's get started. So let's start with a whiskey aioli. You need whiskey. I'm using not the cheapest stuff in the world, so, it doesn't really matter, but don't use rot gut. All right, I poured a tablespoon in here because, the flame was open. I took it off the flame, otherwise it's alcohol and flame, bad. All right, you want to reduce this down over like a medium-low heat for a minute or so. You can see it reducing down. You want to just basically cook off the alcohol. Some use the lighter test to make sure, and that's it. Now you take it's a tablespoon of whiskey, a quarter cup of mayonnaise right here, and I have that fancy wet thingy that, everybody bought one of those at some point. I don't know why. But, comes in handy every 2 or 3 years. Okay, garlic powder. A little bit of granulated garlic here. We're using about a teaspoon of that, maybe a little bit less. Just a smidge less. That looks like a lot of it. So this stuff's real fresh and real strong, so I'm going with a little less. All right, a little black pepper because, come on, you want it to taste good. All right. Now, the next ingredient to go in is the Worcestershire sauce. You want a teaspoon of that as well. And there you go. That's basically your ingredients. Just add your whiskey to this. And you start with a tablespoon, and you got a teaspoon. It's not a lot, but it's just enough for flavor. You don't want it to thin it out too much. Everything else is already doing that. Just mix this up, stick it in the fridge, covered for a couple hours to get it cold again, and that's basically just about it. You got a whiskey aioli. Oh, it's delicious. Obviously, the most important part of a hangover burger is the burger or the hangover. Don't ask me a lot of questions right now. Anyways, let's stick with the burger part. This is 80/20 beef. I have put spices inside of it to make it extra yummy. It's basically a really, really spicy barbecue dry rub. Got a little hint of smoke in it. It's lovely and delicious. It gives you a bit of pop in your mouth, which it's better than the other flavor I got in my mouth. But you gotta season the outside too. So sea salt, black pepper. There you go. I figured out how that worked. Amazing. All right, so just put on a crap ton more than you think you'd need and season it up. Okay, cooking burger. You have two options. Yeah, two. You can put this in a frying pan and cook it right here, super easy, or you can throw it on a grill. Let's be honest, it was always going to go on the grill. So I'm going to do that in 2 seconds. I'm going to light my grill. If you have a charcoal grill and you make this for a hangover burger, dude, you're my hero, because that took so much time to set that up. Oh my God, my advice would be to pour the charcoal in, get it ready, get the whole thing set up the night before you even start drinking. You're just know. Fully commit, you know what I mean? Full send, right there. That's the way you do it. That's America. All right, let's get the grill lit. Let's get this thing cooked, and then let's cure my headache. Let's keep going. So I have everything ready to go on the grill. I got a bun here that is lightly buttered. I got some onion. Oh, because grilled onion. Who doesn't love grilled onion? It's good stuff. I got all my cheeses, and I got my burger. My grill is hot. I have a barbecue shovel. I have a pan for all this stuff. Let's make the pain stop. So let's go. All right, so one of these days I'll figure out a better camera angle here with the grill. The yard setup's a little weird, so I have limited options, limited choices, but you know, you get the idea. Okay, burgers on the hot spot of the grill, basically. Put the buns on a slightly cooler side and throw your onions down, and basically just wait. Now I've jumped ahead slightly. As you can see, we have a perfect char on the bun. It's just starting to get crispy around the edges, but not burnt. It's awesome. The onions softening, getting some marks on there. It's nice. Got that little guy, don't want to waste it, you know, because it's all good. All onions are good onions. And yeah, let's see if the burger's ready to release. Start with the corners. Now, as you saw, we did a pack on that in a ring, and so it's a little soft and tender, so I'm being very, very delicate with this. Let's give it a toss. As you saw before I did that, there's a little bit of blood coming up, which tells you it's cooked. All right, now this has a lot of cheese on it, which you're going to see coming up as I talk about. Sorry about the shoulder, but yeah, put your cheeses down. Get fancy and, you know, put them at a 45-degree angle to each other, of course, because, you know, there's no need to not be fancy. So we put the first piece down there. That's your Swiss. There's your American. And here goes your cheddar on top of that. Now, the grill is still pretty hot, so when I close the lid, it's going to melt this down nicely. You have to melt the cheese. If you don't melt the cheese, that is melted cheese right there. That is perfect. And there you go. She's done. I cooked it to medium rare because America. I have no idea. There you go. There's your ingredients. Perfect. Let's go inside. All right, so let's talk cheese. Cheese is very important. Cheese is incredibly important. All right, I said this has to have a lot of cheese on it. I ain't kidding. I've got 3 kinds of cheese. It's whiskey. So I have a baby Swiss here. It's just a sandwich, sliced cheese package thing. It's not too really fancy. You have to have American cheese slice. I mean, this is comfort food. That doesn't get any more comfy than that. And a nice cheddar. Cheddar's good. Cheddar has a lot of flavor. So you put these all together, you're gonna melt the crap out of this thing, and it's gonna taste good. All right, that covers cheese. Okay, next step is hash browns. Gotta have hash browns. Gotta have that crispy potato fried thingy on it. Let's be honest, hash browns are a pain in the ass. First of all, you have to have the right grater, okay? I have 3 different graters here, and they seem to manage to kinda make a decent hash brown, or you can buy this, which is pre-shredded hash browns. These are not frozen, these are just cold. You keep them refrigerated, and I'm pulling out, that is the perfect shred of potato right there. It's hard to reproduce that, first of all. Then you gotta soak it, then you gotta drain it, then you gotta press it, and then you gotta, or you can just buy a bag of this, grab a handful, throw it in the pan, 5 minutes later, 6 minutes later, you have hash browns. For the win. I hate that term. I don't know why I said that. It's probably because my head hurts. I'm gonna go make potatoes. So you're gonna need a hash brown patty about the size of your burger, so grab a handful there, put it in, kind of try and figure out how to measure it out. That looks about right. We'll grab a spatula here and knock this down. You're looking at it from a top view, so you can't see this. It's pretty mounded up, so we're gonna flatten it out a little bit. If you don't flatten it out, you're gonna not get it cooked in the middle. Kind of press it down, hold it together. It will shrink a little as it cooks, so you want it a little bit bigger. Plus, who doesn't love the crispy bits hanging out the sides? So, make it slightly bigger. All right, this has been a couple of minutes. It's, obviously browning up nicely. Oh, yeah, that looks amazing. So, just continue to cook this till it's done. A couple more minutes, and she will be ready to go. But this is the time you want to season this side, because once it's already cooked, then you can season it. If you do it early, the water comes out and it doesn't brown right and it gets weird. All right, after a couple minutes, it's ready to go. We're going to check the underside here and see. It looks pretty good. We're going to give it a quick flip one more time just to verify that she's ready to go. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what you're looking for right there. It's still going to be slightly tender in the middle, but those super crispy outside bits. All right, I got a paper plate sitting here with some paper towel on it, and a little bit more salt for this side here, and get that off the way. Never leave a pan on a hot burner. Always take it off. Never make that mistake. Oh, look at how good that is. And now for the final component of our burger, the egg. And crack this into a separate bowl so that you can verify you don't break the yolk and you don't get any shells in there. It's always good practice. You never know. Alright, so here's your pan. You got this preheating a little bit. You're going to put some butter in here. Use real butter for this. The flavor is very different. Just make sure you use real butter. And you're going to need a little bit more than that. Come on, it's a little late to be making good decisions now, isn't it? So melt your butter down until it stops fizzing like that. The fizz is the water content in the butter. You don't want the water in your eggs. So once you've cooked out all that there, it's perfect. Now it is time to add your egg. Slowly drop that in, and you see it start cooking immediately. Now you season your egg, a little salt, a little pepper, and that's cooking an egg. You've never cooked an egg before, that's how you do it right there, basically. Now I'm trying to make about the size of the pot. You don't want it hanging out too much because you want every bite to have something in it. Alright, so if you cover that, it helps cook the top, cook the yolk a little bit faster without cooking the bottom too much. Now that is about the perfect sunny side up egg right there. I'm going over easy, so gently go underneath it and toss it over. There you go. Still no broken yolk. It's a wonderful thing. I'm not the world's greatest egg cooker because I don't generally like eggs. But on this, it's mandatory, so I do what I must. This is how long it takes to get this done. Now turn the heat off because you do not want to overcook this. You don't get that runny yolk. What's the point of the entire burger? You ruined everything. So be very gentle. Don't break the yolk. It's very gentle. Put it on a plate there. Remove your frying pan from the heat. Oh, it's perfect. Let's go. All right, folks, the time has come. Finally put me out of my misery. You didn't think I was going to get fancy, did you? We're paper plates because I've already got enough dishes to do. This is a mess. It's maid's day off. So what are you going to do? All right, we have our whiskey aioli right here. A little bit of garlic in it, Worcestershire, and that. Saw me make it. It's friggin' awesome. It's amazing. It's delicious. Don't spare it. You know, use it. There you go. Put a schmear. Oh yeah, big schmears. Big schmears. Big schmears. Big pain, big schmears. Okay, so that is friggin' delicious. Okay, grab some of our onions on the bottom here. These are been on the barbecue, on the grill. They're delicious. I want. They smell good. Okay, our thick cut bacon. Let's go with. Geez, these are massive slabs of bacon. I think two's gonna do it. I mean, I'm all for overkill, but there are some overs even I can't kill. Okay, next. Oh yeah, gotta throw a burger down. Look at all that beautiful, lovely cheesiness. Oh yeah, so good, so good, so good. All right, hash brown. We seasoned this when it came off. Don't season it while you cook it. Potatoes don't like that. So it's got all its salt and other things on there. There's a lot of salt in this because you're gonna need to hydrate. Salt helps you do that. It's got what plants crave. Yeah. Okay, so we got this. Oh boy. The egg. The egg. Oh yeah. The egg. That's the saving grace and the top bun. Now this has flour and stuff on it because it's fancy. But that's not mold spots, trust me. I wouldn't eat it if it was. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. Do we have a moment? No. Let's just see what this looks like. Let's just cut into this sucker. Oh, you can see it's already gone Vesuvius. Cutting that bacon. It's probably those onions that are so hard to get through. No. Oh, that's a good sign when the meat comes off beautiful. All right, you want to see the inside? Let's see this. See this? Look at that. Huh? Look under that. Oh my God. Look at this. The meat is cooked exactly the way I like it. If you want it cooked more, I don't care. It's your burger. It's not mine. I gotta eat this. So I'm going in. It's a big burger and I have a small mouth. Wish me luck. Oh, I'll do it. All right. Oh, freaking delicious. All right. So, if you want to see me cook other antidotes, I do that because whiskey isn't the only thing I've ever had. I'd be happy to do it for you. Leave me some comments. Tell me other antidotes for other alcohols. There's plenty of things out there. So let me know in the comments what's your favorite antidote. This is definitely one of mine. So I even hate eggs. I hate eggs, but on this, you have to do it. I mean, it's mandatory. But yeah, if you like this, give me the thumbs up. If you want to see a bunch more of these, subscribe and hit the notification bell. You can share the videos and all that. Tell your friends about it. Tell them about the fat guy who got all hung over and made this amazing burger that's dripping down his fingers. Oh, so good. All right, thanks for joining me. I'm gonna go eat and enjoy this because, wait a minute. This is the most important part, okay? You have to have French fries with the burger. Come on, it's breakfast, but who cares? But a French fry in the yolk. Okay, I don't even like eggs. That's friggin' delicious. Thanks for watching. Join me in the next one. Until then, enjoy. Bye. Look, Ruby, you're in a video. You're on TV, dude. Yes, you are. Yeah, Ruby. Who's a good boy, huh?